Hello everyone and welcome back. Why don't we talk about why I decided to put myself through all that with those 1911s? Alright, so my original idea was that would be a fun, easy way for me to get some content out. It's not easy being in the constant creation, trying to get out 2-3 videos a week. So I thought that would be an easy way. I've got the 1911s. I'd show the process of breaking them in, what I go through before I decide I'm going to carry a firearm, and get some video on that, do some shooting, have a little fun. Well, as the old saying goes, man plans and God laughs. If anyone saw that, you can tell I was not having fun. Anything you look at with the Dan Wesson, those would have been the videos I was shooting second that day, and you can see that I was not having any fun. It was miserable being out there. So it really turned into a teaching opportunity. We get to go over break-in periods. Now with a lot of them, a lot of firearms, you can pull them right out of the box and they're dependable. But you can't count on that. These were both decent priced 1911s. And as you can see, neither one of them was reliable right out of the box. Now, everything else I've ever bought, any SIG, any Smith & Wesson, Rugers, I've never had any problem like what I had with these, except with my Walther PPK. That thing was a piece of shit. It was a piece of shit the day I got it. It was a piece of shit the day I got rid of it. And it hit like a truck. Worst gun I ever had. I'll never have another one. I don't even want to look at them. But 1911s, a lot of them need a break-in period. I knew that going in. I didn't know it was going to need that much of a break-in period. So I usually put 200 rounds downrange and then a box of carry ammo. And that is my break-in period for any new handgun. After 200 rounds, I fire a box carry ammo to make sure that's going to feed all right, and then I'll trust it to carry. Now I'm going to do more than that with the SIG P365 because that's got documented issues. I'm going to do more than that with the 1911s because those have documented issues. I strongly encourage you, if you go out and get a new gun and you're going to depend on that gun for anything, whether you're going to put it in your nightstand, whether you're going to carry it, whether it's going in your truck, get some rounds downrange. Bare minimum 200 rounds and a box of your self-defense ammo. Otherwise, put it in the safe. Because if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to put at least 200 rounds through it, bare minimum, to make sure that it doesn't have any problems, put it in your safe. Because it probably will be alright, but probably being alright isn't something you should trust your life to. So I think I've got the problems worked out with the SIG. It does now lock back on an empty magazine. Every time I stretched the magazine springs on the brand new Wilson Combat magazines, and now all of them lock open. So I've not fired that since I've done that. I also put a full-length guide rod in here, which is another thing. If you make a change to your gun, fire it with those changes, because that may affect your reliability. So if you have this with a GI guide rod and you go out and put 200 rounds through it and then a box carry ammo and everything works fine, and then you change out and put a full-length guide rod in it with the shock buff in it, well, you better get your ass back out and put another 200 rounds through it and make sure it works all right. Otherwise, you're an idiot, and again, put it in the safe. This one, on the other hand, I don't know. I have cycled this by hand probably close to 1,000 times, plus the 300 rounds that I put through it. Does feel quite a bit better. I have oiled it up well, but I have not been back out since the last video, so this one will go back out until I've got 200 rounds through this with no problems, and then a box of carry ammo with no problems. I will not be carrying this. Same thing with the SIG. That's got to have another 200 rounds through it without a problem, and a box of carry ammo before that'll go on my hip and I leave the house with it. So there we are with the two 1911s. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a process. I didn't know it was going to be this kind of process. It was a little aggravating. Still is, but hopefully that's sorted out. But those are my thoughts on these two. My thoughts on the bare minimum of what you should do if you get a new gun. And we've also got my 200 sub giveaway. That, I think, I'm kind of stalled out here at 168. I really want to get 200, but I'm going to give it probably another week or so, and then I will draw from that. So I don't want everybody that's been in it since I put it up there to wait any longer than that. So go to my 200 sub giveaway video, leave a comment, that's your entry into it, and then I'll pick from those. Like, share, and subscribe to this video, and until next time, stay armed, stay vigilant, stay safe.